writing up applications for my next fund for a year. I am doing that a lot, learning about that, about how to structure and organize your next artistic production. I'm facilitating my practice since it has been elaborated, and as a way, this facilitation has been also rebouncing back, has allowed me to write and define what the practice is. Especially right now, I'm gonna venture upon applying for funds in euros. Most of the time it has been in Florence. So now there is this, okay, I need to start my own foundation and I have to do all of this bureaucratic things to be able to secure the funds that can allow me to work, concentrated on my practice and the dissemination of my practice and the creation of the artwork. I've been also learning with trial and error. So that is kind of what is happening now. And so in essence, right now, I'm still presenting the last artwork that I worked hard to create, facilitating the practice that I defined through creating that and preparing for the next chapter. It feels like I'm multitasking a lot. Sometimes I feel like it's watering down a lot of things in the work, and it feels like scattered. Feels very scattered at points in my life. That is dreadful. So with experience now, I feel like I'm like the project is becoming more definer. Even the way that I speak as well. Imagine that could be sometimes the way that I write is resting. Thank goodness that the practice is very much about calming and bringing serenity upon the nervous system. But imagine if it wasn't that, I would have been burned out, I guess. I wouldn't be so revitalized as I feel now. But I get strength because beyond that, I feel like I empower others as well. I don't know, I get strength in being a facilitator of having of this practice, and the way that I carry myself forward as an artist or as a human inspires others as well to carry forward. So I get strength from that. That's why I think my cornerstone is, and how I continue living and how I will continue living upon this island, is through being a creative entrepreneur and facilitating and helping others as well as best as I can, enable them to also realize their passions and their visions. Yeah, I think that is one of the practice itself and others. That is a source of a lot of strength. It is restless, and that's something that's I can't turn off, but it feels like my entire fiber and everything in my being will be always driving me towards it. So that's also why I don't feel so devastated most of the time. I feel like in due time, it has its pace. I'm on the journey. And that feels nice that it's revealing itself. Like I always use this quote for this path that I'm on. Poco a poco me está revelando la rompecabezas de mis sueños. So slowly but surely, it's revealing to me the puzzle pieces of my dreams. I think I've never recovered. I'm not recovering. And that's why I think it's always a healing procedure and a back and forward. Yeah, of course, I have days of complete, utter darkness, where I'm mostly laying on the floor, crying, super sensitive, super emotional. The world is out there to get me.